Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Books Corner, where we're here in a very tight shirt. I'm very sorry about that, but it's a very big day for me. I'm so excited. Okay, so if you guys don't know, one of my favorite booktubers of all time, somebody I've seen every single one of their videos for, who gives me so much inspiration to continue to work towards my goals and just makes me super duper happy and brings me so much joy, has released. Oh, also, by the way, one of my favorite authors, because her first book I've now read 10 times and I've loved it every single time, and I could never recommend a better poetry collection. It's a few years old, can't wait for a second set, which I do know she's working on, but it's my most anticipated book of the year that I didn't know it was, and that is the Anti-Virginity Pact by Katie Weismer. Oh my god, I got it. We have the Anti-Virginity Pact by Katie Weismer, and I'm just gonna be crying about it for the next 5 days. We're here. I'm gonna be doing a total spoiler review video. Here we go. Let's dive in. The first official note I want to make while reading the Anti-Virginity Pact is the fact that they talk about in the first chapter when she goes to church. This is obviously about a pastor's daughter. I don't think I explained to you what this book is about. It's about a pastor's daughter who signs an anti-virginity pact with her best friend and ends up getting out into public, but her name is the only one on it, and so she gets called a slut and like all this other stuff, and I'm assuming better stuff happens. But they mention early on in the book that this girl got sent to this camp, or they think this girl got sent to this camp, that is like a refined camp that another girl died at. Just by the trigger warnings, I don't know if that's where this book is going, but it's a good thing to put in mind. Also, they introduce Sam, which is the love interest, I want to say, or like I don't actually know if there's a love interest, the person who could be doing bad things later on. And so just keep notes, her best friend's Joanna. I am 6% in. Something else to know is that she's a senior in high school and she works at a vet, which I guess explains the animal abuse, because I still wasn't really sure how that was going to come into play. Yes, I know the trigger warnings are at the very front of the book, and you know what? My brain is circling around them. Either way, their school is, I think, big from what it sounds like. We haven't got really descriptive things about it. Just the places we've been to, classroom or two, library type things like that. But she went and saw the counselor, which I had a name, it doesn't really matter, and she basically wiped her off. I think it had something to do with her dad, though, which is the pastor of the town, and so we'll see where that goes, but I want to take note of it for sure. And I didn't want to write it, so we're taking note verbally. Okay, so I figured I would update you guys. I just got to the date scene. If you guys have read it or not yet, I'm not really sure. But I just got to the date scene. I just read it. It was beautiful. It was sweet, and it was caring, and she's excited. And I know all it's going to get taken away because the actual point of the book hasn't happened yet. And I'm assuming her building is all up to take it away from her. And it was just so cute. And I was really nervous that he was going to do something really douchey, and he didn't do anything really douchey. And he's just so, their conversation was really adorable, and I really liked the way that they described. Also, by the way, hats off to Katie Weismer to describing one of the best kissing and realistic, how to describe a kissing scene. It was so cute and things, and I loved it so much. And so I'm gonna have to, you guys want to get a little bit further. The plan is I'm hoping to get to the halfway mark tonight. I'm 37% in, so that's the hope, is to get to halfway. I'm so excited. It's so good. It's so good. It's so beautifully written. And okay, I'm currently sitting here. I'm 40% into, 50% into. But with this, I want to mention two different things. One, we're halfway through the actual leaking of the Anti-Virginity Pact. Still not happened yet. It actually feels more like a romance. The way Katie writes to build tension. Oh, I was sitting here shaking. Also, the anxiety is a lot. It's not as bad, I would say. It's described very well, and I feel for our main character, Meredith, who I do feel for very much. I still think, again, but better, Shane's anxiety that's explained in the first 50 or so pages still hits a little too close to the home for me personally, how my anxiety reacts. But also, it's very inducing. But also, I just want to very quickly mention the tension building stuff here. Oh, hold on, let me bookmark where I'm at. dog that she works with, who I've mentioned before, I'm pretty sure, Squirt, and this guy comes in and he just gives off this horrible vibe. You can just totally tell in the writing, the way she writes it, you're supposed to feel uncomfortable, and it's just so beautiful. Then also I want to describe something I've been having a lot of problems with, is making a world feels full, making everything feel real. I'm having a hard time in my own personal writing to convey this in a college. And so seeing it here, I'm taking pointers, I'm taking notes, I am learning, I would say, from this, because it's so well. Like, there's, hold on, let me read it to you. Joe glances around the room, taking in the guy in the corner, making paper airplanes, the various individuals staring at cell phones under their desk, and the cluster of friends at the front of the room whispering to each other. It's just, the whole room felt very full, and I definitely could see everything. It's very visual, and it's so good. I'm just like, I'm just so proud. It's so, so good. The writing is so well done, and I love it so, so much. And yeah. Alright, well, that's my update for now. I know the lighting is very shitty. I just didn't want to get up to turn on my light, and I moved over my big light that normally sits over here, over there. It was a very stupid idea, and I'm regretting it. I am now 60% into the book, and I just need to update you guys. Jesus Christ, this shit hit the fan. So probably about on chapter 15 is when the actual pact gets announced and things, and my heart dropped. I was like, oh fuck, I'm not ready, and like, I was under so much pain for Meredith and pressure, and I've highlighted so many different things. Sam still doesn't know, or Sam does know, we don't know. But I think the newest, hold on, before we jump to what's going on currently, I was right. We're all pretty sure that Ashley's the one did it. All these things people are saying to her are just horrendous, and I'm honestly not shocked. The way her sister reacted was so heartbreaking, because of the simple fact that, like, yeah, her sister was, like, but I just don't even know how to describe it. It was so heartbreaking. And then also, I wanted to very quickly mention that her and Joanna's relationship is so cute. I love their friendship so much. There's a line in here that she was like, "Don't worry, Joe grabs me by the shoulder. That doesn't make it any less horrible, Mare. I'm so sorry. How bad was it?" What a fucking great friend, I put. Because what a great fucking friend it is. Like, you know, she could have been like, oh, thank God it wasn't, you know, my contract wasn't the one on there. But no, she was so supportive. And then, even though Mayor was against this whole thing, by the way, she didn't get raped or anything for the whole teacher thing, which was really good. But even though Mayor wasn't really supportive, she was also really supportive about how horrible her friends were. And now she's fucking kidnapped, which is a class felony, by the way. You can go to jail for that. I don't know if that's where this book is going. I don't honestly know where we're headed. I'm real shocked, and the twists in here are strong. So yeah, but yeah, she just got kidnapped. That's cool. They just put her in a trunk. Kind of like Jawbreakers is what it reminded me of. I'm hoping it doesn't go down the route. I'm honestly really nervous and curious to see how this book ends. Like, it was great, okay? But now it's, like, fucking amazing. Like, it was, like, I mean, I didn't think it could get any better. And it did. So, bravo, Kate Weismer. This is a great book. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, another update. I still have gone to bed. I just can't stop reading. I can't. I tried. Well, I kind of tried. So I'm on chapter 21 now. I'm now 70% into the book, and the last time I told you guys I was 60% into the book. So I guess now we're updating you guys 10% at a time. It happened. Okay, so she got kidnapped for sleeping with her. James was one of the guys that gave her a note in the beginning of all this, the halfway mark, and so Ashley kidnaps her because of that, which was so fucked up. Like, my God, that girl was crazy, which is kind of sad because I was starting to kind of grow to her. And then, because Mare is really mad about this, she goes and she tries to sleep with him. And I don't want to do a play-by-play, just because, you know, it is a spoiler review, so I guess I could do a play-by-play. You guys want to know my reaction. And I've never, honestly, I don't even know how to describe this. The scene of where they're laying down, and I highlight a bunch of things. Like I'm watching a movie. That line right there, I need tattoo somewhere on my body. And it's not like it's a line that anybody truly would understand if they've never read the book, but it's like he kisses my neck, but I barely feel it. My shirt hits the floor, but I barely notice. And all I can think about how how this is nothing like what it's supposed to be like. And there's so many things that described in these moments, and like I said, these are just like it's just like the Spark Note version of the book. But I related to so hardcore that no one has ever been able to describe the way I have gone through things, and it was miraculous and it was beautiful, and I'm grateful for this book. So yeah, she did that. Sam found out, she told Sam, and they're kind of on Splitsville, and that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, so it's 5:16 on Friday. The book comes out on Tuesday. Let's talk spoilers. So I've officially reached the 80% mark of my read through. And this is my first read through. I do want to mention I was hoping to read through it twice, but I figured I would just read the actual copy that I get when it comes out. I'm very, very excited about that. And one of the changes and stuff between this version and the ARC version, Alan, there's going to be major changes. The only few issues I've ever had with the book so far is there's a, I'd say possibly one or two coincidences that popped up, especially here as of soon. I never once doubt the fact that someone could be as vindictive as Ashley is in this novel, and so that's not something. But we're at 80% when we update you on what kind of happened. So I don't remember exactly what like last happened the last time I updated you, but I'm gonna update you guys from the party. They go to a party. She is almost raped, and yeah, I don't really want to get into it. Um, it felt very real, very personal, um, which was something. There's a lot of lines in there that I really gravitated towards. The writing there was very strong and things. And then that happens. She comes home, and someone is posting about it on the internet. Someone got raped, which was also ripped. Yeah, that was a lot. And she goes back to school, and Ashley turns around. I was like, "Hey, I know it was you. I'm gonna tear you down if you tear down my brother." So that was like one of the coincidences, which could have been on purpose, to be honest with you. I have yet to decide, and I'll let the last 20% of the book decide if it goes on that route. I would be very curious to see if this would be ever answered in a video or a vlog for Katie, if she ever does answer the reason why she chose it to be Ashley's brother, or if that's not even in the final copy. That's also something else I'd be very interested in seeing. Um, but yeah, because I was like, I got this in April. She's had a few months to change some stuff as she thought. But I figured this is probably something very important, it's very prominent, and so I don't see that changing. And then she gets home, and Ashley, or one of Ashley's people, sent it to their house, the letter. And so now her whole family knows, and they're sitting at the thing, and she just told her whole entire family that she doesn't believe what they believe. And I'm sitting here, and I'm crying, because it just hurts, and I just want to give this girl a hug so bad. And, yeah. I will update you guys probably when I finish the novel, for a final, full-fledged final thoughts. It's been a ride, and I loved every minute of it, but fuck, it was rough. Okay, it is over. I'm gonna go get changed, gonna put on some other clothes, and I'm going to sit on the ground, and we're gonna talk about the Anti-Virginity Pact and end this spoilery vlog. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's talk about my final thoughts about the Anti-Virginity Pact by Katie Weismer. We're in a different spot, by the way, today, here on my nightstand, which is kind of cool. But we're going to talk about, like I said, my final thoughts. I gave the book a 5 out of flashing stars. Still not entirely positive if I truly enjoyed the end of the book. But overall, and with the fact of the exploration of what I think Kate Weismer was trying to do in writing this book, I think the ending was perfect. Is it perfect for a reader's consumption? I think some people are going to find it beautiful and heartfelt and very, very good. I think some other people are not. I personally am in the category of I thought it was an okay ending to the novel. And I think it's going to be growing on me as I reread the book, which I'm sure we're going to be doing. I want to reread it as a physical copy, and then also I want to reread it as a Kindle copy, just to see the differences between my copy that I have as an ARC reader and that. I have a lot of thoughts about this book. It's my most anticipated book of the year. And I didn't realize I needed it. There's some things that happen at the end that I don't want to get into because it's personal to me to happen inside this book that I didn't really realize I was still going through, that I was still trying to work through. And I think the character of Meredith and her relationship with Joanna and her toxic relationship with Ashley and her relationship with Sam, I think these characters will forever live with me because they were answers to questions I didn't even realize I had. They answered those questions beautifully, and I can't get over this book. It's by far the best book I've read this year. It is by far one of the best books I've read in a long time. And I don't want to say that because I think a lot of people are going to take it, oh, you're just praising it because you love the person who wrote it. You love the content they create. You're a huge fan. And I am a huge fan of the content they create. In my Sweetest Kind of Poison review, I even specifically said, hey, this is somewhat biased because I'm such a huge fan of this content creator. She brings me so much joy every day when she posts her vlogs, or I watch every video she does. I'm subscribed to her Patreon. I mean, I am the definition of a fan of hers. But I can totally, truly tell you, this book moved me, and that you are an amazing writer, Katie. If you're watching this, I don't think you are. Or if you are, I don't think you reached the end of this. But the book took me on a roller coaster of our rides. The different things we can talk about. The dog fighting, that was hard to read. The everything with her parents and the fallout when they call those people, which I watched movies on these camps that they send people to recorrect their religion. It's the same stuff with conversion. It's horrific, and I'm so happy that we didn't go down that route. The book itself for the last half was so hard, and it was such a polar opposite to the first half, which was so sweet and beautiful, and the hardness, and you needed that first half. I was debating if the incident had to happen at the 50% mark, and I truly do think that's the perfect place, because you need to know these characters before you got into that. But guys, this video's gone long enough. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Katie, once again, for just giving me this book that I will cherish. I do want to mention that I don't mention in the beginning of the vlog, because this vlog's been filmed since, I've been filming this video since April. There is links down below to Black Lives Matter movement stuff, cards, protests, whole bunch of stuff is linked down below, and I highly recommend you go check them out in the description. And yeah, I'm still conjecturing a list of gay YouTubers. I think I found a list from another YouTuber that I'm going to combine into a bigger list, and so we're going to have a whole spreadsheet of a whole bunch of different LGBTQIA+ YouTubers on for BookTube. And so I'm still making that list, but that's a plan to come up as well. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.